Have you ever reached the end of the day and realized you gave your energy to everyone except yourself? You showed up for work, you answered messages, you handled responsibilities, you tried to be strong for people who needed you. But when everything became quiet at night, you felt something strange, like you had slowly disappeared from your own life. A lot of women don't talk about this part, the exhaustion of constantly being the strong one, the one who fixes things, the one who holds everything together. And somewhere in the middle of taking care of everyone else, we quietly stop taking care of ourselves. Not because we don't want to, but because we're tired. Because life keeps moving. Because responsibilities don't pause just because we're overwhelmed. I had a moment recently where I asked myself a very simple question. When was the last time I intentionally showed up for myself? Not for productivity, not for work, not because someone expected something from me, just for me. And honestly, I couldn't remember. That's when I realized something important. Self-love doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes it's just 10 quiet minutes where you stop running and reconnect with yourself. The 10-minute self-love routine. Step 1, facing yourself. The first thing I started doing was something surprisingly simple. Looking at myself in the mirror for a moment. Not to criticize, not to judge my appearance, just to pause and acknowledge the person who has been carrying so much. And sometimes I say something small but powerful, you're doing the best you can. We're often incredibly kind to other people, but very harsh toward ourselves. That small moment helps soften that inner voice. Step 2, gratitude reset. The next thing I added was writing down 3 things I'm grateful for. Not big life achievements, just simple moments from the day. Maybe finishing a difficult task. Maybe a quiet cup of tea. Maybe the relief of finally sitting down after a long day. Something interesting happens when you do this regularly. Your mind slowly stops focusing only on pressure and problems and starts noticing the small good things that were already there. Step 3, reconnecting with your future self. Then I spend a minute imagining the woman I'm becoming. The version of me who is calm, confident, and emotionally grounded. I imagine how she walks into rooms, how she protects her peace, how she no longer feels guilty for choosing herself sometimes. And little by little, something shifts inside you because you start realizing that version of you isn't some distant dream. She's just waiting for you to start showing up for yourself consistently. I actually discovered this simple idea while reading a guide called 10 Minutes a Day Self-Love for Women by Kitty Barrett. What I appreciated about it is how realistic it is. It doesn't expect perfection, just small daily steps. The link is in the description box and in my bio. The truth is, 10 minutes might sound small, but when you've spent most of your life pouring energy into everyone else, those 10 minutes can feel like finally giving yourself permission to breathe. So if you've been feeling overwhelmed, disconnected,